I have a new setup, so things are a little different. I am in the middle of moving, kind of moving. So we actually just sold our house and we downsized to here, but then we're moving all of our stuff over to across the country. So it's kind of crazy here, but I do have my little setup. So I'm excited to at least have some kind of normalcy with like my life. So, but today I want to talk about body composition, how you can affect your body composition, even as you're going through menopause or dealing with hormonal changes, or if you're in your 40s, late 40s, early 50s. So it is definitely possible to get like get the booty that you want. So if you can check out the video that I just posted today, just like a little bit ago, and that was basically my transformation. So let me see if I go this way, then I can see comments better. All right, cool. No Master, Heather, where are you guys at today? Where are you guys from? I have a feeling I need to set up my stand. We're doing good. We're doing all right. It's literally my phone's in my pen cup. So where are you from? And this discussion is going to be for women that are in their late 40s, early 50s, or even beyond, and how to Ohio. Hey, Carrie. And, how can we get into shape in our late 40s, early 50s? Why does it seem so hard? And, I just did a presentation on my, where's Elgin, Oklahoma? Okay. Oh, so cool. So I definitely want to talk to you about that, but I just did do a presentation on metabolism, hormones, and menopause. And that's in my Facebook group. So I did it Zoom. I did like a whole slide presentation, and then I posted it into my Facebook group. So if you want to check it out, then go to the link in my bio. And thank you for the likes. I appreciate it so much. I really do. And it was short. It was like 20 minutes or so with some information. So I mentored with Sam Miller. Maybe you don't know who that is. Maybe you do know who that is. But he is an expert on metabolism, hormones. I did his specialization course, which was pretty damn intense. And so for my journey, like for my coaching, I went through my own transformation. And so you can kind of see the pictures of that on that video that I just put up today. So it doesn't have my whole transformation. I should probably do a story about my transformation in my late 40s. So I was 49 and I thought, I said, I couldn't figure out like what was going on with my body. I was exercising a ton, I was always watching what I was eating, and I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, and I literally didn't look like I worked out. And so finally I just said, all right, I need to hire a coach. I also it was like, if I don't take care of this now in my 50s, like before I even turn 50, then what's going to happen when I turn 50? Because I thought that you go into menopause when you turn 50, right? So I'm going to be 55 in a couple of weeks. So, 5 years ago, this was actually 6 years ago, people weren't talking about menopause. And I had no idea that I was in menopause because I'm not 50 yet. So, but, I thought it was my hormones. I thought, it was my age. That was the reason why I couldn't lose weight. I was definitely, thank you for the likes, guys. I appreciate it so much, so much. And if you know anybody that is struggling with any hormones issues, then share this with them and maybe get them to come on to join as well. But, it really was a struggle for me. And I was a personal trainer. I was also a Group X instructor. And it's not uncommon. I was embarrassed at a point to where I was like, I don't look like I work out. And here I am trying to inspire all these ladies, and I just did not. I wish I should take some pictures so I can show them. I did not look like I worked out at all, and it was embarrassing. And I'm trying to wear tops that are covering, right? I wear working out in a sweatshirt and stuff, and just wasn't where I knew I could be. And I thought, I'm doing all the right things, but it turns out that I wasn't. And so I hired a coach, which was so hard and humbling to do that. But I did it, and it was the best thing that I ever did. And so that's what inspired me. So I got my results, right? Could transform my body. By the time I did, I was 50. So you can definitely do it. And now I'm just in the process, like where I like build and then I take the fat off. I build and then I take the fat off. Hey, Amy. Yeah, that was me exactly. And so it was just changing up the nutrition, making sure I was getting in plenty of protein and stop the fucking cardio. I was doing so much exercise. I was like doing 2 a days. I was training for a marathon. I was just doing way too much. I was teaching spin classes, every week and teaching, kind of like a boot camp style class. I was just doing way too much. And so I couldn't get any results from my body. So kind of changing out my exercise and just focusing on weight training. So literally 45 minutes, 4 to 5 days a week. That was it. Took down cardio. There were times when my coach introduced cardio, but literally I would say maybe 4 weeks of cardio, because I've gone through 2 fat loss phases. And it's been 2 weeks. You save that till the end, because it's not how you're going to lose weight. It's really about the calories, and it's also about the quality of the calories, not just the quantity. And I think we tend to focus on how little can we eat instead of how much can we eat and still lose weight. So really that was what made the change for me. I'm going to grab some water. Sorry, I'll be right back. I saw it on my counter. I'm like, I need it. So with my transformation, I was like, oh my God, I need to be a coach, right? So I said, this was the missing piece, was this nutrition piece. And so that's when I got certified with Precision Nutrition and started taking clients. And that's when, I was like charging $100 a month and with my friend group. And then they're like, oh, can you help my husband? Oh, can you help my daughter? And then I realized like who I don't want to work with, right? So, and just kind of niched down and just honed in like who really needs the help. And that was when I like doubled down on women that are going through menopause, because as I was going through it, I realized like, oh my God, this is a completely different animal. My body is not the same that it was in my 30s and 40s. Absolutely not. And so you have to do things a little bit different. And, when you learn a little bit, then you see how much you really don't know. And so that's like that's how I found Sam Miller and went through I also went through Jay Tita's metabolism course, but Sam Miller really dove into that one. So that was an intense 12-week course on functional nutrition, metabolism, specialization, hormones, and just figuring out just exactly what is going on with the metabolism, with your hormones, and how you can influence those to get the life that you want and the body that you want. It's not all about the body, right? But we do have body goals, but as far as like going through menopause, you don't have to gain a belly. You don't, right? That is a hormonal response. It's your metabolism, and it's largely influenced by your lifestyle and what you're doing for exercise and diet as well. So I did do a whole presentation on that. If you go to join my free Facebook group, it's on there. I did a whole slide presentation. I wish I could do that with you guys, but I can't. So I'd have to hold up like pieces of paper. But really, as far as like the biggest things that got me the biggest results for my body composition changes was increasing my protein. And ladies, I like free advice is track your calories for 3 days and see how much protein you're eating. Usually it's around 50 to 60 grams of protein per day, which is like 200 calories to maybe 6 times 4, 240 calories, right? That's like really that's just not enough protein. So like for myself, I don't even know how many calories that is. Hey Google, what's 165 times 4?
165 times 4 is 660.
I bet your Googles all went off. Anyway, so I'm eating 660 calories in protein each day. So I'm at like 1800 no, I'm at 1900 calories, 1875. We'll call that 1900. So, so I already forgot the number, 665, something like that. That's how many, hey, Mama the Crazy, it's been a while since I've seen you. So that's how many calories I'm eating in protein. It is about probably 40% of my calories are coming from protein. Now that's pretty high, but I also have aspirations to putting on muscle. And so I'm going to prioritize protein. Then the next is going to be making sure that I get in an adequate amount of fat, 25 to 30% fat, and then the rest is going to come from carbs. And so I'm not really sure where my carbs are at. So weird. I just put in my food and it just works out, right? Because I have kind of the same thing most days, but I just switch out my proteins. Pork, it could be steak, it could be, chicken, obviously, tuna. I do a lot of tuna, but I also mix in fun foods with that too. So bacon and cheese to make those things taste good. Definitely some eggs. I always have some kind of a protein powder. Not always, but most days I do because hello, if you can check off 25 of those grams of protein, 165 grams of protein is no joke, right? I'm 130 pounds, so I'm definitely favoring more protein. You do not have to eat over 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. In fact, if you are over 170 pounds, I wouldn't recommend you go over 170. So my menopause is off the charts. So this means that something is not balanced, right? Whether it's your hormones or maybe you have a lot of stress. I think it says it in your name, right? Mom of the Crazy is like, do we think you might be a little stressed? Like, I don't know, right? I don't know your life. But so stress has a huge impact. Also, nutrition is going to have a huge impact. Always being on a diet, that is a stressor, right? And we can't always be in a calorie deficit. It just stops working. We can't always be grinding down our body with cardio. That stops working as far as weight goes. So you're always hot. So progesterone is up, so I really started to, and also what also does that is elevated cortisol. And coffee is going to contribute to that. Alcohol is going to contribute to that. And spicy foods will contribute to that. So, there's certain things that you can do to mitigate that. So maybe decrease the caffeine consumption, like limit it to like have that before noon. And then spicy foods too really help too. So do you suggest Mediterranean diet at all? Perimenopause as well, bad symptoms. I love the Mediterranean diet, and coffee's going to elevate cortisol. Yeah. So I would just take a look at caffeine for sure. And I do follow mostly a Mediterranean diet, but I don't know if they have Triscuits and wheat thins on the Mediterranean diet, which I definitely do have. So I do love like salty. I love crackers, love cheese, I love nuts. I do love like Greek food as far as that goes. So I do probably more chicken than fish, but I do a good amount of fish and tons of greens, and I would say I have a salad like maybe once a week, right? I'm not always having salad, that's for sure. But I do, make sure I do eat like a lot of broccoli, cauliflower, and asparagus and spinach. Those are like my go-to vegetables. Oh, green beans. I like green beans and peas too. So I like to rotate out the foods and fruits too. So if, I love raspberries, but you're welcome, but I'll probably rotate like raspberries to blueberries to blackberries, and then maybe one week it's like grapefruit, maybe another week it's orange, and so kind of like rotating vegetables. Oh, peppers and onions, I love peppers. Those are like a staple. I'm always going to have that. But it's really, I really push the protein as far as my body goes. So if you want to know how much protein and how many calories you should be having, then you can go to go to the link in my bio, and it has a free calorie calculator, right? It's going to calculate your macros. And so macros, right, are not complicated. They do not have to be complicated, right? We're women, we tend to complicate the shit out of everything. But macros are just what makes up your food, right? What is in your food, right? So if you're having a chicken, how much of that is protein, right? Like that's going to be a protein source, or maybe you don't know, but chicken is going to be a protein source, right? It's not going to have carbs or fat, where fruit is going to be predominantly carbs. There's no protein in fruit. And then fat sources can have some protein, but predominantly are going to be fat. Like avocado I don't believe it has any protein, but it does have good fiber and potassium. So you should incorporate all these foods. A lot of people say, peanut butter is my protein source, right? That's just not a great source of protein. That is more of a fat source that has some protein in it. So, so you've been feeling dizzy lately. So I would look at how many calories you're eating. Are you in a deficit? So here's the thing. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it very, very, very much. So here's the thing. If you are eating 500 calories or less in your deficit, then that's just too much. But the thing is women get stuck in that. So definitely calculate what is your maintenance, right? Not what is the calories that you need to lose weight. What are your maintenance calories? Take 500 from that, right? That's how you're going to lose weight. Now, if you're eating less than, I'm saying that wrong. If your deficit is greater than 500 calories, say you're eating 700 calories less, 800 calories less, that's no bueno, ladies, right? That is not good. That is not good, especially when you're going through menopause or perimenopause. It's just not good. And so this is where we start to see a lot of the negative side effects, negative symptoms of menopause and the decreased metabolism. And so that's when we start to see belly fat and weight gain. We start to see hair loss. We start to see, changes in our hair, skin, and nails. We're talking about hair loss, and hair gain, right? That's progesterone. You're like, all right, how is this random chin hair gets like that long before you see it? I don't know, but lower libido, moods or mood swings or low-key depression. Libido gets tanked. Again, low energy, brain fog, fatigue. So these are all signs that your metabolism is not in a good place. I barely eat because I'm never hungry. Girl. And so here's the thing, right? Your maintenance calories is where your body is going to run optimally. This is a this is a non-negotiable, right? You can't make a deal with, I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to eat this 2,000 calories that my body needs. You just can't do that. And not having hunger signals is a sign that your metabolism has adapted to those lower calories. So you're not going to be able to lose weight. I don't know if you're trying to lose weight, right? But you're not going to feel good when you're not having the calories that you need. Great that you're drinking water, like that is a positive for sure. There's no calories in water though. So you really do, speaking of water, you have to support your body with the calories that it needs. So definitely go to my online calorie calculator, figure out what your maintenance calories are, all right, please. And then you can see If your deficit is greater than 500 calories, then that is not a good thing. If you are no longer losing weight on low calories, that's wise because your body has adapted to those lower calories. So it's a very common thing. Very, 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 very common. It is rare. Okay, it's happened twice. I take 10 to 12 calls a week. It is never that, oh, I don't know what I just eat whatever and I don't know why I can't lose weight, right? It's never that conversation. It's like, I eat healthy. I don't eat at all and I can't lose weight. So it's never, that we're just pigging out. It's not that. All right, so let me see. Oh, you say makes sense. What about alcohol? Do I have to give it up completely? Nope. So, I don't always talk about this, but I do have probably 2 glasses of wine almost every day. On the weekends, I'm going to have more. It's my time to let loose. So, I do drink a lower calorie wine because I like to drink. Right? And so maybe I do want to have 4 glasses, but the wine that I drink is 70 calories. So those 4 glasses are like 280 calories if like I decide. But if I'm going out, I'm going to have a couple glasses of wine. And so like a regular glass of wine is 125 calories. So, that's 250 calories. Now, when you're in maintenance, you can get away with more calories and, there was a time when I couldn't have alcohol and it was really messing me up. Like I never knew who's going to come out and play tonight, right? With alcohol. So it was like for a time I had to really limit it. And now that I think about it, it was my Cosmo phase too. And so I think what I had to do was limit hard alcohol. But I do love tequila. I do love margaritas. I do love Cosmos, but I'm just going to have one of those. So I do drink alcohol almost, not every day, but almost every day, and like tonight, I'll have a couple glasses of that lower calorie wine. So it's in the fridge right now. So there's the Kim Crawford Rosé. It's the Illuminate. It's only 70 calories. And then there is Lighthearted Chardonnay. It's 80 calories. And those taste good. They don't taste like Chardonnay that's just watered down. So definitely, yeah. And yeah. Yeah, that's what my maintenance is, right? And I'm 130 pounds, so that's what my maintenance is. So, and I get that it feels scary. So I didn't even, when I was in an aggressive fat loss phase, even when I was in getting ready for a photo shoot, and I shared a picture of my transformation. So if you look at my latest TikTok, that's my transformation. And then even from there, lost a little bit more weight for a photo shoot. To get lean for a photo shoot, it's a lot leaner than I would normally want to be, right? It's like my underwear kind of falling off, right? It's not where I want to be at all. So I'm the most comfortable, in between 125 and 130. So, so even then I still had wine during the week. I mean, they're on the weekends and, occasionally during the week, but, I just stayed, as long as you stay within your calories. So some people like Oreos and some people like, chocolate or whatever. I love chocolate, but it was came to the choice of, do I want to have a glass of wine or do I want to have a piece of chocolate? It's really just about making that exchange for yourself. You do still have, when you're in a fat loss phase, you have these calories and you just stay within them. That's all. So, that's all. But here's the thing. I didn't go super low with calories. So I had plenty available to me so that I could make those choices. And I lost on 1,400 calories. I didn't go below 1,400 calories. And that was going from 145 pounds down to 120. I never went below 1,400 calories. So it's not, you guys get stuck in this 1,200 calorie thing. I blame MyFitnessPal for that because you put in that you want to lose 2 pounds a week. Guys, that's fucking aggressive. That is 1,000 calorie deficit a day. That's 1,000 calories. That is not what I recommend. If I was getting married in 2 weeks, then I might go on 1,000 calorie deficit. And I guarantee you within 3 days, I'd be like my arm off, right? I like my calories and I like to eat. I like my food. So It's just really hard, but we've been trained, right? We have to eat less and exercise more to get those results. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. No, you do not have to give it up. All right, so after I subtract the calories I burn exercising, I am at a much larger calorie deficit than 500. Okay, so here's the thing. So you don't burn as many calories as you think that you are. So when you go to put in when you're trying to factor in your maintenance, make sure that you are putting in all the exercise calories. And so what happens is you don't burn off your fat doing cardio. That just doesn't happen. What happens is it's going to increase your body's need for more calories. So if you hit up that calculator and then you start putting in all the activity that you're doing, then you're going to get more calories. So that's how that works. But you can't rely on cardio for fat loss. It's all diet, baby. You cannot, it is literally, you can't, I don't care how much exercise you're doing, you're not going to be able to lose weight doing cardio. You have to control the calories that are coming in. Cardio stops working. It might work for a couple of weeks and then your body adapts to it, and then you just have to do more. You have to do it harder. You have to do it longer. You have to do it more days. And you get yourself you paint yourself into a corner. And that happens really quickly with cardio, to where you're just not going to you're busting your ass for no results. And so I do not recommend doing cardio for weight loss, for maintaining, because you're going to get to a point where you're just going to maintain. So for anybody that goes to the gym, right? And I'm sorry if this is you, my friend, but you see her, right? There's that lady, there she is on that same machine doing the same shit, and she looks the fucking same, right? That's because she is maintaining her weight. I don't know what she wants to do with her body composition. I don't know if she wants to maintain, and so that's why she's doing that day after day, but you see the body composition changes are happening on the ladies up in the front that are lifting weights. That's how you get toned. Cardio is not going to get you toned. All right. So yeah, I know it's scary. I coach women, right? They're going through menopause, and to help them lose weight. And it is scary. It's a mindset shift for sure. And what I'm dealing with is having them accept that what they're doing isn't working, right? Number one is just kind of be like, all right, okay, I get it. But we were like, well, hold on, I'm just going to do it harder. So that's what happens, right? We're like, I'll just do it harder. And so I totally get it. I did this, all right? I lived this. And so having that mindset shift of what, so now what do you do, right? And you have to increase your calories, and that is hella scary, because I'm having to break that diet mentality and that diet culture of what we're supposed to do to lose weight and what actually works, right? So, and it's a whole new freaking ball of wax when you're in your late 40s, early 50s, all right? It just is, guys, ladies, it just is. All right. Yeah, I love my wine too. All right. Whoa. Okay. So, all right. So yeah, definitely. So put your activity in, and then that's going to raise and that's another reason why I don't have my ladies do cardio, because it's going to add so much more. That's going to raise and that's another reason why I don't have my ladies do cardio, because it's going to add so much more for your body, right? So for me, that worked, but you're different. I don't know what your situation is, so how you go about connecting with me about coaching. So yeah, you can just send me a message. Like the best way to get in touch with me would be I get lost with TikTok messages, right? So if you directly message me, then I might get that. But the best way to connect with me is to Facebook or Instagram. If you're on there, I'll definitely see that message, and you just say like, hey, I saw you on TikTok. I need to talk to you, right? So we'll definitely talk, about how I can help you, how my program works, and we can go from there for sure. So I don't think I have Wait, no, I do have, you can book a call directly with me, but I'd rather have a little bit of context, like behind like the conversation. So like I might see like Michelle booked a call, right? But I'm not going to know that you were on this like conversation here. So yeah, reach out to me. Like on TikTok is the worst, right? Is the hardest place to get messages, but you can Facebook and Instagram is the best way to connect, and then we can actually have a conversation, and I can give you a voice message and stuff like that. So if you don't have Instagram or oh, somebody's sending me a message right now. I saw your live TikTok. So again, right? So she's coming from Instagram, so I see those messages. I don't see them in TikTok. So it's just crazy. All right. So Michelle, I would love to talk to you. And Carrie Blackburn, I am doing low carb also. I lift weights and do low impact exercise. So here's the thing with carbs, I don't recommend low carbs. Right. So earlier I said, how much protein am I eating? Right. It's 165 grams. It's a lot. It's a lot. Right. You don't need to eat that much as I'm eating for my body. And again, so that was like 665 calories or something like that. But I'm also eating like, I think almost 200 grams of carbs. That's another 800 calories right there. So that's 1,400 calories right there. And then the rest of my calories are coming from fat. So what is that? 500 divided by 9? Yeah, that works out, right? So yeah, so it's about 45 grams of fat. So I need my carbs so I can kick ass in the gym, and then I need those carbs again to recover. So I don't do low carb. I did do keto, and I remember being a runner and a couple times going into early morning track runs and just puking, and just dry heaving on the side because I didn't have the energy to run. So I don't run anymore, and I don't do keto anymore. So, so that's over. But yeah, so what questions do you have? Like, you can definitely alter your body shape, right? It's called body composition to get you the results that you want. You can slim down if that's what you want. You can build muscle if that's what you want. If you want a toned body, if you want to look like you work out, then you're going to have to put on a little bit of muscle, right? Which is really hard for women because we don't have the testosterone that it takes to build muscle like a guy. So we have to work hard at it. And but you don't have to bust your ass, right? You can build muscle in as little as 3 days a week of a full body workout program. Most of my online clients are working out at home. I would say 75 to 80% of probably 80% of them are working out at home and getting great results 3 days a week. Then they kind of get the bug, and then they're like, you know what, I want to do 4 days a week. And then sometimes they shift over to 5 days a week. Same with my gym girls, 4 days, three days a week, right? If you only have 3 days a week, that is perfectly fine. You're still going to get results. So Carrie, nice job in lifting weights and losing 10 pounds so far. So that's awesome. I don't recommend low carb personally because I think you need to have, I know you need to have the energy throughout the day to go about not just your workouts, but through life. And here's the thing, you need fiber, and you're not going to find fiber in protein or fat. So if you go low carb, that means that you're not getting enough fiber. That's not great for your digestion. That's not great it's not great for how your body is going to look once you're done, right? So I definitely recommend getting carbs in. Plus, carbs are freaking delicious, So yes, I do drink wine. No, there's no fiber in wine, but it's about enjoyment too as well. So it doesn't always have to be like in this depletion state, or I should say, what's the opposite of abundance? Scarcity, right? A scarcity mindset, right? Have an abundance mindset with the foods that you're eating. I eat whatever I want, right? I eat what I want, right? I'm moving, right? It's a shit show, right? So this is I've gone from a 3-bedroom home with a big, beautiful kitchen that we just built to this little tiny galley kitchen. So now I have food, right? That's there. Look what's in there. Shake and bake, Triscuits. Let me see. Like, and it's not like that I'm a junk food junkie. It's just this is real life. Yeah, I do love shake and bake to put on my pork chops, right? It's delicious. Triscuits are my jam. I freaking love Triscuits, and I love wheat thins. Every once in a while, I want stuffing, right? Guys, this cooks in 5 minutes. Stovetop stuffing. You can just make one serving. There's only 110 calories in a serving of stuffing, right? So it's just good to have. I love, let's see. I have a lot, right? So I just pop this in the microwave. So I already have chicken that's cooked. I'm just going to pop one of these in the microwave for 1 minute. This is, so one of these cups, here's the thing with rice, right? One of these little freaking cups is 200 calories, but you need the carbs, right? So this is, I think, 40 grams of carbs. It is 40 grams of carbs, a little bit of protein. I'm not going to call this a protein source. This is a carb source. But, there's no reason why you can't have these foods that you love. I love this in my oatmeal. These glazed pecans are so good with an oatmeal and banana. It's the bomb. I always have, so here's the thing, but I also have sugar-free barbecue sauce because I don't want to waste my carbs on something like this when this tastes delicious, right? But tons of fruit. I love apples. Apples are one of my faves. So, I'm going to have an apple. I really like these grapefruit cups. I also have a whole grapefruit in there. Plums. My cheese and meat drawer is ridiculous because I do have deli meat for sandwiches, and I love cheese. Cheese is going to be my biggest fat source because I love cheese. I also do a lot of yogurt, cottage cheese to get in my protein, and I always have, so I need to go shopping. Chicken, so cooked chicken. So this is how I can put together a meal in 5 minutes. And I do boiled eggs. Here's the wine that I'm drinking. So this is the lighthearted Chardonnay. I hope everything's backwards, isn't it? I bet it is. So let me close this. So I also do a lot of frozen vegetables because they're convenient and they're already chopped in the right size, and then all I have to do is pop them in the microwave or put them on the stove really quick. So, I am a convenience cook for sure. My husband's a chef, but he's working, so he's not cooking for me. But so Michelle, if you're still around, yeah. Actually, let me friend you, and then I'll send you a message. Hello. Everybody else that's on here. Actually, I know I'm following Mama the Crazies. They got following Carrie Blackburn too. Oh, I know I've seen the name, so I'm following now. All right, so this concludes the presentation on how to alter your body composition when you are 50. It is definitely possible. You do not have to suffer and torture yourself to get the body that you want. I promise. So, but I do have a ton of information in my Facebook group. So go ahead and get in there if you are, I guess I got another message. That wine was called Lighthearted, so it's Cupcake. Cupcake makes a lighter version called Lighthearted, and also Kim Crawford makes a lighter version called Illuminate, but the shit's expensive, right? So that's going to be my weekend wine. It's $16 a bottle. It's $15 on sale, right? Which is, I don't know. I don't think it's that super reasonable. I'm more something's less than $10. But, so the cupcake is, usually you can get it on sale. So, All right. So again, I guess first steps would be, so get into that group. I do have a 5-day challenge. It's absolutely free. Try that 5-day challenge and see where you are. I really want to see how much protein that you're getting in each day, because that is the freaking key right there, is making sure that you're getting in protein. So check out that 5-day challenge, and I'm also going to guide you to how are you going to get that in, right? So try that. The Facebook group has a ton of information, resources. I go live in there almost every week, and those are all recorded and those live there. Whereas like you're never going to be able to see this unless I put it on YouTube, which I probably will. So, but sometimes the live doesn't save, so I don't know what's going to happen. But if this information was helpful for you at all, please hit those likes for me. I appreciate that. And thank you, Karen. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And take a look at the last TikTok that I just put up. That's my transformation. That's what you can do to your body. You know, you can absolutely. Hey, wine loving chick. We were just talking about wine. So, you know, I know it can seem, thank you very much for the likes, everybody. I appreciate it. I know it can seem very daunting to change your body when you're going through menopause, when you're going through hormonal changes. But you can absolutely. You're so welcome, Jen. Yeah, find me on Facebook. You really can change your body. You just have to do things differently than what you did in your 30s and 40s. I learned the hard way that you just can't beat your body up and restrict yourself and live in that scarcity all the time. And you know, it's just so much more freeing. I can have whatever I want, you know? And so right now I'm in like cruise mode. I'm in maintenance. Pretty soon I'm going to be getting ready for a build phase, which, you know, coincides with holiday season, right? So I'll start bulking probably in, well, my birthday is November 8th. I do have an announcement too on Monday, so I can't let the cat out of the bag, but this could save you a bundle. This could save you a bundle. So Monday, I'm going to put that announcement in the Facebook group, and it is a giveaway. So I'm going to do that for my birthday, but you know, which is November 8th. So I'll start bulking in November. And that's going to take me, so let's see, logistically, it'll be November, December, January, February, March, April. So 6 months where I'll be in a bulk. But this is going to be like a lean gain bulk. So I want to make sure that I'm putting on, prioritizing muscle gain. Yes, I'm going to gain a little bit of fat with it, but it's going to be primarily muscle. And then I'll be able to take off whatever fat that I gained in a fat loss phase, which will usually take about 3 months, which like sucks. It still takes us this long to do that. But, you know, if I can keep the weight gain to like 5 to 7 pounds, then actually that's not going to take 3 months. 10 pounds, 10 to 12 takes me 3 months. But you know, if I can mitigate the fat gain, but I know me, like it'll probably end up just being the 10 pounds. So, but, yeah, I know, Carrie, it just doesn't. And the reason why is because hormones and metabolism they work together, right? Metabolism dictates what the hormones are going to do. Hormones are the messengers that send the signal to how the body's going to react, and the metabolism. So it works in concert. And, you know, you start messing around with your metabolism by always being on a diet, always doing cardio, kind of going low carb, right? Your metabolism, like that's not what your body wants. That's not how your body was designed to live. You know, intermittent fasting, like such bullshit, right? It's not great for women that are going through menopause. Yes, if you are obese or if you have insulin sensitivity, then, or your insulin resistance, then you might benefit from intermittent fasting. If you have seriously fucked up gut issues, then you might benefit from intermittent fasting. But the larger population, right, doesn't have these issues, so you don't need to do intermittent fasting. In fact, it's probably working against you because you're not getting the calories that you need. You're not getting the calories when you need it, and you're guarantee that you're not eating enough protein. I can't say that enough, right? You really do need to make sure that you're getting at least 30 to 40% of your calories from protein, which is hard. So I challenge you to take that free 5-day challenge, see where you're at with your protein goals, and then go from there. All right. So follow on Facebook if you're around, or on Instagram, and you'll get more longer form content from me. The most is going to be in my Catalyst Fitness and Nutrition group. That's with a K. That's where I put all the good stuff, right? So, but thank you very much. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.